What's going on, YouTubers, gamers, and hobbyists? Welcome to Chill with Pete, the coffee break catch-up series where we get together, have a chill, just talk about stuff, get things off my chest. It's great. Very, very therapeutic. Almost as therapeutic as on the bench or on the beach, but it's more of a, like I say, it's more of a bullet point type of thing. I'm quite thirsty though. I've got my coffee, like so. Let's see if it's hot enough. Cool enough, I should say. And this is yet another health update because things have changed again. And I thought I would let you know because the last Chill with Pete I put up only a couple of days ago was actually filmed a couple of weeks ago. So it was a while ago now. So it has been a couple of weeks since the last update. Now, where do I start? It's been a heck of a year. It's been a heck of a few weeks this new year as well, actually. But I'll get to the crux of the matter. I have been told it's official now, I have epilepsy. Right, that's on top of multiple sclerosis. So I now have multiple sclerosis and I have epilepsy. Took me a while, to be honest, to process this. I'm still processing it a bit, to be truthful. I'm a lot better now than when I had the seizures. Obviously, else I wouldn't be doing this, but yeah, and this is also going to be quite a test because other than my line manager and one other person where I work, none of my work colleagues know about this. And I don't really want to tell them. I don't really want to talk about it. Well, it's not, it's my personal business how I cope with it and that. But I guess if they watch my channel, if they watch this, they're going to know. I want you guys to know because you see me, you tune into my videos, some of you on a regular basis, and I really, really appreciate that. And I don't want you to be shocked or surprised at any sort of strange behaviours I may exhibit, for instance. So if you'll excuse me, I'm going to open this can of Coke because I'm really, really thirsty as well. I know it's not the best thing to cure fast, but I just need something cold and cool I can drink for now. Just a second. Oh, that hit the spot. Right, so yes. So I know this is the hobby channel, and I've got loads to talk about. Hobby wise, I'm going to be filming an on the bench next, and this is going to be a what is it? What do you call it? An episode of On the Bench. What do you call it? Where I'm working on. Obviously, I'm still working on these Chaos Marines. I'm going to be working on cloth. So I'm going to be using some Ironrack skin for their cloths on these guys here. And then I want to be doing an unboxing because, as you know, I've got a boatload of things to unbox, and that has expanded since the last time I mentioned it here. I just can't stop buying things. I need to be well, anyway, I need to get everything. I need to unbox them so that I can then look at them and enjoy them, and maybe start painting them, etc. I'll talk more about those on the unboxing videos when I get to them. So that's that. I'm not tired of painting my Chaos Space Marines. It's not that I don't want you to get bored with me painting them. I hope you don't get bored with me painting them. I'm just painting, get them done. A few weeks ago, my daughter, I wanted to do a project of making a alien in a jar, turning it into a little lamp. So I've got the jar and I got the clay, and my daughter, she's made this little alien to put in it, like a weird creepy thing, which I'm going to be working on as well at some point. So it's nice and dry now. It's had a quite good long while to dry. In fact, the other day, yesterday or the day before, I was able to, excuse me, lay it on my bench here in the direct sunlight with the sun streaming through the window, and it was good. I'm gonna have to. It's gonna take me a while to like seal it and paint it and stuff, due to its positioning and how I can hold it. Kind of gonna have to do it in two halves, I feel, but that's okay. That's okay. That's no problem. We can do this. We can do this. I've been getting a lot of metal miniatures lately as well, like old school ones. Some of them I've you know based these guys on pennies, and just to give them a better feel. But I've been ordering stuff. This is all for the role playing campaign. I do wonder sometimes, when is it ever gonna happen? But I've decided to take a bit of a step back from running games for groups of people anyway. I think and I feel that with my condition, it's a good thing that I'm going to be focusing more on solo play when it comes to RPG. Because I do not feel, at the moment, I don't feel that having epilepsy, MS, or whatever is conducive to a good regular gaming sessions where I can keep up the energy and the all the intellectual acuity that I need to run a decent game. So I think it's time. Okay, I can step back. I've been role playing, running games, and playing them even since I was at school. It's time I can step back from that now and just focus on playing and letting some other oracles and AIs or whatever run the games for me to enjoy. I feel I've earned that. I think I have. So I'm going to be focusing on that more, which is good. I've got all the gear I need for the solo stuff, and I'm really looking forward to. I'm going to need to paint up a few more things before I get going with it, but before that, I'm going to need about 3 or 4 characters, at least 3 to start with. D&D characters that I want to run solo. I think that would be good for me. I feel. Yeah, I was going to run them through the Lost Mines of Phandelver to kind of get their experience up, because I want to start with characters level 1. I always do when it's new characters. I don't like saying, right, this is a 7th level character, ranger or whatever, which is ironic because the very first campaign I was in, I was rolled up a character which was about, say, 7th level. It wasn't 1st level anyway by any means, and it was a ranger. I think he was a half elf or something. I can't remember what his race was exactly, but he was based on the characters from a book. All our characters in this game was, so needed to be kind of not beginners exactly. But I prefer, every other game I've ever played where I've had a new character, I've always created them from scratch. So it's always a bit tentative in the early couple of games. Am I going to survive? Get to the 2nd level, it gives you a bit more breathing space to get to a 3rd level, and then it starts taking longer and longer to gain levels, but you start to build up a kind of enough toughness and all that to get through the games. So that's just how I like to do it. So that's how I'm going to run it. No problem. NPC is going to be a different matter though. They're going to be higher level, obviously. Yeah, we'll just take it one step at a time. I don't want it to be a dungeon crawl per se. There may be dungeon crawl sections in my campaign. I know how it's going to start, and that's about it. And I'm excited for it. I know certain elements I want to definitely incorporate into it. When opportunities present themselves, I'm going to incorporate those themes or what have you that I want to have running throughout the games. I want to insert them in it, and I'll just do so. My game, and that's how I'm going to do it. Filming it, I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to film it. yet. But we'll work something out, and we'll have fun with it. We'll have a lot of fun with it. We will. Yeah. So that's the hobby side taken care of. Going back to the health stuff, epilepsy. It's taken me several days to get to grips with. Okay, I've got this. How am I going to deal with it? And I've recently come to the understanding, conclusion, whatever, you know what I mean. I recently come to the thought process of I am going to approach dealing with epilepsy in exactly the same way I deal with MS. I'm going to ignore it. Not in a stupid way, like go out swimming on my own, in deep water or anything like that, without telling people where I am. I'm not going to be stupid about it, but I'm going to kind of try and just keep going throughout my everyday life as if I haven't got it. I'm not going to think about it, and I'm not going to mention it to certainly anyone in work. There are certain people I will need to know that I have it if it comes to learning new things, and that can pose quite a issue with learning things. It certainly explains why I've often in the past had a problem with taking minutes. The epilepsy side. That makes a lot of sense. I've got a lot more research to do on the subject, but I've got a lot to learn that I've been given, information I've been given, and links and things to point me to places. And I'm going to be seeing my epilepsy nurse again in 3 months' time. Yeah, take it from there. So, yeah, as I've once said, it's not bad for an old man with MS. Now I could say, not bad for an old man with MS and epilepsy. There you go. I'm still standing. I'm still smiling. I'm still laughing. Just. You gotta laugh, and you can't make this up. It's tragic. Time for a sip of coffee, I think, though. One thing is, though, one drawback, whenever anything challenging happens to me and I feel a little bit hard done by or upset, I tend to go and buy myself something gaming related to make up for it, cheer myself up, And looking around me, I'm like, oh my word, this is like, the Midas touch. Everything I touch turns to a new game or a new box of miniatures or a new something. I'm going to get overrun with stuff in here if I'm not careful. So I'm going to have to start putting, well, I've got an idea. I'm going to do some unboxings, like particularly Steamforged Epic Encounter boxes. And I'm hoping I can do them justice. I'll need your help here, guys. Get lots of views in, lots of likes, etc. And then see if I can approach Steamforged Games. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to approach Steamforged Games, see if they can send me some of their other boxed games to unbox and have a look at, review. I'll read through them. I might, try playing them. I'll explain more about it in the videos. And then when I'm done, if I'm able, I'll do giveaways. I'll give them away to you guys. Do some competitions. They'll be opened, but they won't be touched. Other than that, I'll have just looked through the rules and the booklets and the maps, that kind of thing. The miniatures I'll just leave as they are. So I've got a nice lot of stuff here to be getting on with, and yeah, I'll do some giveaways. That'd be nice. I want to be able to do giveaways, but I'll need a little bit of help from the companies themselves. Once I got that, I can do monthly giveaways or something like that. That'd be great. I just would like that a lot. I really would. So not set in stone, but that's what I'm aiming for. So watch out in the future for some unboxings. I can't wait. I'm really excited. I'm super stoked. Do you remember a series that used to come on the TV ages ago called Robin of Sherwood, starring Michael Praed and then later Jason Connery? I don't know if you remember that. I loved it as a kid. It was brilliant. I got my eye on a set of those on DVD. Well, the complete series on DVD because it was a very well written series, and at the time I didn't realize it was based on a lot of you know, pagan traditions and actual historical facts for the time, you know, that it was set in. So I'll be super interested to watch them again and see how it presents itself to me. You know, all the folklore and all the rest of it. I love all that. Absolutely love all that. I've got this guy here to paint as well sometime. From the Fanatic paint set. Just to paint up. I don't know what he is. I'll, you know, put him in my campaign. Maybe just do some painting techniques on him or something like that. That'd be good. In the form of tutorials. I've still got a tutorial to do for my old school knight, which is, I believe it's this guy here. I think it's that guy there. What makes me say that is I've primed him in black or a very very dark grey, like old school primers were. Yeah, and I'll paint him in the old school manner, not like contrast paints or anything like that. Whereas I will probably use contrast paints on a lot of these epic encounters to get them up to speed for whatever I need, basically, for my campaign once I start it. And I will, once it starts, I'll be hoping to do gaming sessions on that every week and film something of it every week, a weekly thing. Even if it's not put out every week, it will be a weekly series because it will be filmed every week. Yeah, you know, don't forget I'll have to edit and render it and then upload it to YouTube as well. So yeah, so we'll see where we go with that. I'm just going to check the time. 18 minutes. Look at that. Look, time for another sip of coffee. Going back to work colleagues, if anybody from my work is watching this, so to put into perspective, you know, I have MS, I now have epilepsy, and my elderly mother doesn't have long on this world. She's just got dementia, she's in a home, and they've said, you know, could be any time now. So I've got a lot going on just with that, and I have other things going on as well. So if I'm not the model employee that I once was, and I was, do forgive me, but you know, I'm doing my best. So that's another section. So that's that out of the way, and that, I think, guys, is pretty much it for this video. So thank you ever so much for watching this. Do remember, all brushes lead to what? I'm looking forward to getting on with some on the bench shenanigans. Hopefully then I can clear a little space and perhaps do one of my unboxings. That would be nice. And I'll see you on another video. So till then, bye for now. Bye bye, and don't forget those thumbs ups. Important.